We are live. All right. So I'm going to go post a link to this today's lesson over on the website. If you're new or if you're catching the recording of this, you need to go to jollyrogerukulele.com. And if you go there, you will find all manner of resources for you to become a great instrumental ukulele player. Well, you can become a pretty good singing ukulele player as well. I don't do singing lessons, but do instrumental lessons. And we teach beginning ukulele, advanced ukulele, whatever that means. And I also teach baritone ukulele and harmonica and guitar, all sorts of fun stuff, all free. So go over there and check it out. Some of the stuff requires a tiny bit of money, but most of it is entirely free, and it happens every weekday here on YouTube. And so we'd love to have you join us. I am busy posting the link here right now, so that everybody will come flooding in, and they'll let me know if the sound is good. Valerie's already here. She's back for ukulele. Valerie just got out of harmonica class, so she's probably dizzy right at the moment. And we are going to be working today on our second most important lesson that I teach, which is introduction to chord melody playing. So we're going to learn how to combine melody and chords at the same time in one song, and it's going to be amazing. So we got the link posted. We will be starting in 5 minutes. So if you are just logging in or hang out for a minute, make sure you're tuned up. And then if you are watching the recording, obviously you can fast forward 5 minutes and then we'll get started. I am going to go make a minor adjustment to the lighting. I feel like I'm in the dark here, and so I'm going to go make a couple of adjustments. So sit here and look at my bookshelf. And don't comment on my wearing shorts. You're supposed to look very professional. This is my uniform, Rocky Mountain Ukulele Orchestra. Yeah, I'm always amazed. In the daytime, I have to have those lights up pointed at me a little bit more. At night, if they're pointing at me, then I have this big, giant, glowing face, and so it's not very good. Today, we are working on My Spaghetti Monster, so make sure you have that printed out for you. And then we're also going to take a look at the Make a Better Bar worksheet. So that's not part of the weekday schedule. It's actually planned for the weekly concert. So, hey Vic, double check that you have also printed out, or at least have a ability to pull up on your screen, the Make a Better Bar worksheet. That's right underneath the blue bear on the front page of jollyrogerukulele.com, so that you have the 2 sheets of paper we're going to cover today. Going to be 95 here in Denver. I don't know how your temperature is doing. Vic said the sun is shining in Eugene, so I think that's exciting. Valerie is up in Chicago. You guys are doing okay. They're about this time of year. They had a heck of a spring, or a heck of a middle of the summer. And of course, down in Louisiana, they're just holding on, holding everything down, hopefully, and not going to fly off. If you're new to the lessons, feel free to log in, and you can use the chat bar or not. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. But if you have a question, please, I always appreciate, hey, I'm doing this thing, it doesn't seem right, or I think I should be doing this. Am I doing the right thing? I don't get any feedback because I can't see you. If I was in class, I would know immediately if you're doing stuff well or if you're struggling. But when you're just a name on a list, it's kind of important that you let me know if things are going off the rails or something doesn't make sense that I say. And so feel free to engage in the chat bar. And we won't hold it against you if you say something crazy. Well, we might. All right. Hey, Michelina, welcome in. 66 and sunny in Portland. What's the name of that show? Oh, it's in Philadelphia. Sunny in Philadelphia. I think, sunny in Philadelphia. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Saw it a couple of times. Didn't see, not a regular watcher. Hot and humid in Chicago, 97. Oy, with a breeze. She's in the windy city, and they're like, yeah, we got a breeze. 97 in Chicago. That sounds brutal. Evelyn says 71 in Cuenca. All right. So Evelyn basically has perfect weather every day, almost. Sometimes it's cloudy there. One time it was raining. Let's see. Ellen, welcome in. Cool and rainy in Massachusetts. My vision of Massachusetts, although I was there when I was saying yesterday, I was in Boston one time. It was great. It was perfect. Everything was perfect there at that time. But I have this vision, like everything looks like Cape Cod, like it's always sort of misty, and that's my idea of Massachusetts. I'm glad you're having a wonderful day there. Nancy, and 91 hot in Florida. That's pretty much every day, right, Nancy? Okay, pretty hot and humid in Florida most every day. I had a friend who lived in Miami. He worked in journalism there for a couple of years and had nothing nice to say about Miami. He grew up in Colorado and he moved to Miami for a job, and he was there for 2 years. And he said, I counted every single day until I could come back. I was in Fort Lauderdale one time years ago, and it was raining, and they were commenting in Fort Lauderdale. They're like, man, we never get rains like this. Well, if you're in Florida and they're saying it's raining a lot, it's not raining a lot. It's dangerous amount of rain. For 8 days in a row, it rained like I was in the shower. And this is in Fort Lauderdale. I was like, oh, we're going to go past the beach. We're going to see all these girls in bikinis. No, you're not. No, you're going to sit in the hotel where it's raining for 8 days. That's what you're going to do. So yeah, it was my recollection of Fort Lauderdale was, yeah, it rains a little bit in Florida. It was just nonstop. It was crazy. Valerie, it's called the Windy City because of the politicians. It's really not windy here. So Valerie, that's called lying. I was in the Windy City one time, and it was going, the snow was going this direction. Crazy. All right, guys, we got a few of us in. What happens over time is that people come check it out, find out if this is a thing for them. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. A lot of people come back and check out the recordings because they're not sure, they're pretty sure I'm going to sell them something if they're here live. But for me, what is important is that if you're here for the live session and we go through stuff and stuff's going well for you, I want to know about that. If stuff's a struggle, let's make sure that we clear that up. The first few weeks in ukulele, if we can get your foundation built properly, we're really going to build a beautiful, amazing, important house on top of it. Most ukulele players are not going to do what you're doing. Most of them are going to learn a C chord and they're going to strum over the rainbow, and then they're going to quit. And so that's what most ukulele players do. But we got a few that stick with it and actually learn how to play music on this thing. And that's what I want. That's what I offer to you guys is, hey, I'm going to take you up to the top level, and you're going to decide at which point that enough is enough. But if you stick with me, I'll make you a real fine ukulele player. Let's see. Donna says here and hot, and Donna's in from Lakewood, right over there, right? I can see her house from here. And it is pretty hot here today. You picked a bad day to come to Chicago. Oh, you're only in the 67th windiest city. Okay. You were the number one windy city that I was ever in. So I got to go to visit the other 66 of them. All right. Let's talk about Make a Better Bar worksheets first. Okay. One of the things you're going to be doing, we haven't had to do it yet, but you're going to be needing to make a bar. Okay. And this is your bar. This is your index finger. And you were going to be running it all the way down this, and then we're going to be running it all the way back. Okay. So on that Make a Better Bar worksheet, really what I want you to do is look at the tablature on that, and it says 0, 0, 0, 0. Then it says 1, 1, 1, 1. And then it says 2, 2, 2, 2. And then it says 3, 3, 3, 3. And that's where I want you to put your focus right now. We're going to take this hand and we're going to teach it the very, very, very beginnings of what arpeggio playing looks like. So we're going to take this hand and we're going to do thumb on the 4th string, index up on the 3rd string, middle finger up on the 2nd string, and ring finger up on the 1st string. So it's going to be down, up, 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 thumb, index, middle, ring, thumb, index, middle, ring, thumb, index, middle, ring, thumb, index, middle, ring. When you first start, this is hard to do because your fingers have never done this before and they're badly behaved and they just don't really want to do what you're asking them to do. So just be patient with yourself. Your goal is to get it nice and smooth like I'm doing, right? Down, up, down, up, up. So one finger per string. Fourth string, third string, second string, first string. Fourth string, second, third string, second string, first string. 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumb, index, middle, ring. Thumb, index, middle, ring. Classical guitar forever uses the Spanish name for these fingers, and it's P-I-M-A. So I've got that on the paper for you there, P-I-M-A. Just so you get where you know those names. Pulgar, indice, medicchio, arugula. I don't remember what the A stands for. I can't remember what it stands for. P-I-M-A is what you'll always see on there on paperwork. Okay. Now we're playing all open. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, so that's what we're going to do with our right hand. We're going to do it all the way down. When we get down to 12, we're going to turn around, we're going to come back. So then you're going to do the opposite of that. Pulgar, indice, medio, annular. Thank you. Oh, we've been saved by somebody who knows what he's talking about. Thank you, Uke. He's in Argentina. He knows he's got a little Spanish available to him. Thank you. We're going to do them backwards now. A, M, I, P. Annular, medio, indice, pulgar. Annular, medio, indice, pulgar. A, M, I, P. A, M, I, P. A, M, I, P. By the end of next week, that's going to become ever more important because on the beginning of week 3, we actually begin doing some arpeggio studies where we really dive into getting your fingers to do all these different things. Here's the biggest difference between somebody who buys a ukulele and messes around with it casually and an instrumental player is that you are going to be using all of these strings and all of these fingers separately and together, and you're going to be creating much richer textures of music by doing that than if you just strum. Okay, so we're going to be teaching this hand all sorts of cool behaviors, and it really starts with thumb, index, middle, ring, and then ring, middle, index, thumb. Okay, or in Spanish, pulgar, indice, medio, annular, or annular, medio, indice, pulgar. I'm going to keep you noob around just so that when Spanish stuff comes up, we're covered. Okay, okay. So that's what we're going to do with this hand. With this hand, you're going to take this bar and you're going to start on the zeros, right? 0, 0, 0, 0. Now we're going to slide this up, put it on 1, all the way up and down on 1, and we're going to scrunch it down as hard as you can, remembering that your thumb is wherever your middle finger is, right? Right now it's going to be there, doing nothing. And we're going to put that thumb just slightly in front of your index finger and then make sure that it's down low where I can't see it, right? So we're sitting there like that. I don't need to keep tuning my ukulele, so we'll take that off. And so we're going to go 1, and then we'll slide it up to 2, and we'll slide it to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 12, and then we're going to go all the way back. Okay? Now, here's what's likely to happen when you first start this. You're going to put this 1 on here, and you're going to get this sound. Okay, it's not going to sound that great. What you know when that happens is that either this hasn't gotten down solid, or you're just not squeezing quite hard enough to make it clean. Okay, in the beginning, let yourself be okay with, or whatever happens, right? Trying to get where it's not consistent. We want to get clean, 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 but you're likely to get not clean, not clean, not clean, clank. Oh, that one was okay. Okay, because we're working on building the strength in your palm, the muscle that runs this part of your hand. We're working on building that strength, and so in the beginning, that's what you want. That's what you get. Be fine with it either way. You're gonna get better. You're gonna get stronger. You're gonna get where you can do that, and just be patient with yourself. The other thing that's important is this bar is going to become a part of playing ukulele. You cannot escape it. There's entire pages of ukulele internet discussion about how do I not play E? How can I avoid that? How can I avoid this situation? Because they don't want to make a bar. Well, you're not going to avoid it. Okay, you're not. And so the way we work on that is we get where our bar is pretty good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go real slow, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. And then when we come back, dun 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 dun. Okay, you'll figure it out as we go along. Follow your paper or just follow me. Start with your zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb, index, middle, ring on 1. Thumb, index, middle, ring. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take a pause just for a sec. Yes, you did. Okay, now let's turn around and go backwards. We're going to stay on 12, but it's now a ring, middle, index, thumb. Let's try that. 1, 2, ready, go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Okay, right now, hopefully your hand is like, ow, that kind of hurt. Okay, we're building strength in this hand. We're building, right now, that's not a flexibility activity, right? This is a strength activity. We're going to work on getting this bar where it's really, really solid. You end up with some cool lines on your finger. This little part of my thumb is definitely noticing, hey, we're going to do something kind of challenging here. You'll get a little bit of a just tiredness or fatigue right in the center of your palm. Those are all good signs that you're building the kind of strength up that we need to get. And what I'm also noticing is my index finger's like, well, now you want me to do other things too. I'm really good at being straight and strong. I'm getting a little bit of arthritis building up in my hands, and so my knuckles are starting to get a little bit big. And so oftentimes I will have to adjust my bar up a little bit, down a little bit, sometimes roll it back a little bit, sometimes roll it forward a little bit, sometimes just moving it around in the area of the fret is going to help me get a little bit cleaner tones. But again, I just played those. I've been playing on ukulele a little while, and I still had a couple of notes that just weren't exactly perfectly clean. You're going to get those, and so you want to get comfy with the fact that you're not always going to play clean, but you are going to play as correctly and as great as you can in that given moment. And so every Friday from here out until you die, we're going to play the Make a Better Bar worksheet. Okay. And we do that at the next level class as well, so that we just keep continuing to build our hand strength, see how clean we can get those bars, because as you play more advanced music, you are going to have a ton of bar chords in them. And we don't like them. Nobody loves bar chords, but they are very powerful and they're very helpful for you down the road. And so we start with just working on getting our bar better. Okay. So every Friday from now on, Make a Better Bar worksheet. It'll be on every single resource guide that comes up, and that's true for the next level players as well. Okay, I've found that to be a very helpful thing for you down the road. Hey, I got my bars. I'm not afraid of making bar chords. Now we'll be adding other stuff with that bar, but getting a good clean bar is the start of all of the other good stuff. Okay, all right. Part of lesson done. Okay, second part of lesson. Let's go grab my spaghetti monster. We're about to learn to play chord melody. So on Monday, we talked about Frere Jacques, right? 0-2-4, 0-2-4, 0. So one note at a time. Okay, we did that. We'll play that before we get out of here again. Then on Tuesday, am I doing that right? When is today? Thursday? When did we do Wednesday? Do I have this right? Yeah, all I did scales yesterday. So Tuesday, then we talked about playing chords. Okay, this A chord, D chord, E7 chord, and F sharp minor. Okay, so those are our 4 chords. So now today, what we want to do is we want to take those chord idea, melody idea, smash them together. Okay, so first I want to go through and talk about the chords that are in this song. They are not chords like you typically run into. A couple of them are normal and a couple of them are super weird. And so let's talk about measure 2. There's a regular C chord. So you're going to put your ring finger there. Notice the little grid. It says C, and then there's some open notes. So the little circles that are empty, those say play it, but play it open. Then there's a little dot on the first string there, and it's going to use your ring finger. Okay, and you'll notice you use your ring finger because on the little grid at the very bottom it says 3, and that's your third finger. Okay, those of you with piano background, you know that's not your third finger. Okay, different fingering scheme for guitar and ukulele than piano. Piano 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In guitar and ukulele 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's because we don't use our thumb on our left hand. Okay. Fingering pattern on this hand is P-I-M-A. Okay. So the measure 2, you're going to play this chord. Okay. And we're going to play it down. It's beautiful. Then we're going to go to measure 4, and we're going to play this chord. It's called a C major 7. It's a 0, 0, 0, and then you've got your middle finger, the 2, on the 2nd fret. You're going to play that. And that's a beautiful chord. Okay. That's a jazz chord. We usually don't let people use jazz chords until their 2nd or 3rd year in college. So just know you're getting away with something pretty sweet here. Measure 6, you've got a C6. Notice you play them all open. You don't hold anything down. And that's going to be a very Hawaiian chord. 6th chord shows up in Hawaiian music quite a bit because of the ukulele. They'll use that open bar and play what, C chord, F chord, G chord, C chord. Okay, so that comes up in Hawaiian music quite a bit. Then measure 7, you repeat that C major 7, and then and then go to the C chord. Notice in measure 8 you have 0. It's kind of an open note and an open string, and then your finger goes there. Okay. And there's an X on the first string in that particular chord shape where you are not going to play this string. Okay, we're going to talk about that more specifically on the tablature. And that's all of the chords in here. Now, here's what's exciting about my spaghetti monster. We don't really use the chords. We will, but we're going to use them later. Okay, so my spaghetti monster playing ukulele, flying through the rainbows with my heart. That's what we're going to be playing. Okay, but we're going to be adding in the melody so we don't have to listen to Gary sing, which is always a tragedy. Okay, let's start with measure 1, go down to the ukulele melody line, and the first 4 notes in measure 1 are 0, 0, 0, 0. You just have to, if you're still fighting the upside down thing, hold your ukulele up, make sure you know which strings you're going to play. 0 on the third string, 0 on the second string, 0 on the third string, 0 on the second string. And then you're going to pluck 3 on the first string. And then we're going to do that whole thing over again, except when we get to major 4, we're going to be on those 2s. Okay, so let's play that. O, 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 2, 2. Measure 5, we're going to play that whole thing again. O, 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 O. But instead of anything, you just play zeros on the first string. Then you're going to play a 2 on the first string, and then a 3 on the first string, and then a 3 on the second string. Okay? Now we're going to play 1 0 2 0. We're going to start on the second string. 1 0, and then a 2 0 on the third string, and then 2 3s on the second string. Then we're going to do that whole idea again. 1 0 2 0 3 3, and then to wrap up the song, we're going to play almost the same thing. 1 0 2, and then instead of a 0, we're going to go back to this 3 earlier, and then finish up with this 3. Okay, so I want to play through it a few times till we get comfy with the melody. We'll go nice and slow to begin with, and you're just playing that ukulele melody line. Okay, from the top, 1 2 3 4. O, 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 3 3. O, 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 2 2. O, 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 2 3. Bunny hop, other 3. 1 0 2 0 3 3. 1 0 2 0 3 3. 1 0 2 3. Other 3. Okay, so the melody that's the melody. That's exactly how it's going to go. We're going to fancy it up by adding those chords back in here in just a second. Okay, so measure 1. Let's play it one more time, and then we're going to fancy it up. 1 2, ready, play. O, 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 3 3. O, 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 2 2. O, 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 2 3 3. 1 0 2 0 3 3. 1 0 2 0 3 3. 1 0 2 3 3. Okay, so those are the notes of the melody. That's about the pacing we want to play it at. We got a nice little melody. It's about a spaghetti going through the rainbows. Okay, spaghetti monster flying through the rainbows with my heart. Tasty marinara, yummy parmesan, we're Pastafarians. Okay, so it's a silly little story, but that's what we're going to be doing. Now, I want you to look at Tough Uke. This is where it begins. This is where the good stuff starts. Right now, right here. Okay, this is your moment. Look at the clock. 27 minutes after. We're on Thursday, the 27th. Unless you're in Australia, then you're already into the next day. And this is where it begins. This is where you push Jake Shimabukuro off the stage. We've got to get you playing melody and chords at the same time. It's the highest level. There's no level above this. Okay, chords will get more complicated. Speeds will get more complicated. But at the end of the day, the best ukulele player on the planet play chords and melody at the same time. Okay. First measure, Tough Uke. 0 0 0 0. You've seen that before, right? 0 0 0 0. Now you're going to hold the melody note just like you did before, but instead of plucking it by itself, you're going to strum down over all the others 0 0 0 and the 3. So you're going to do, okay? Not fast. Don't do that. Do this. You want to hear every note. and you do that twice. So 3, 3. Now we're going to go 0, 0, 0 again, but instead of strumming the 3, we're going to strum that 2 like we were doing earlier. Ready for measure 3? Play. Oh, 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 strum, strum. Measure 5 is the same. Oh, 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 oh. Measure 6 is strumming all zeros. Then you're going to add your 2 back in. Then you're going to add your 3 back in. Then your bunny hop over to the other 3. Now here's an important concept. It's called a rest stroke. This is a big deal. Okay, this is a big deal. Pay attention. Focus. Okay, thumb's going to come down 0, 0, 3, and then it's going to rest on the string you are not going to play. Okay, get that in your head, then you will be miles ahead. Your thumb is physically going to rest on the string you are not going to play, and the reason you want to do that is that it can't accidentally go off. If you come down and then you try to pull this away, right, you drop the ukulele, you accidentally hit the other string, all sorts of bad stuff happens. But if you just come down and rest it on the string like it's sitting on a hammock, the string you're not going to play, it's going to sound better. Okay, now that's a whole note there, so we have to hold that for 4 beats. Okay, now let's go into measure 9, same as before. 1, 0, 2, 0. Let's do that little rest stroke again. Okay, measure 11, same thing. 1, 0, 2, 0. Little strum here. And then the last one is 1, 0, 2, little 3, and then a full C strum. Okay, all right. So this is chord melody. You're taking the melody, you're taking the chords, smashing them together, and turning it into something you can be actually really proud of as a musician. Not all instruments can play chord and melody at the same time. If you're a trumpet player, you can play melody, okay, but you can't play chords. If you are oddly enough, most of the instruments in an orchestra can't play chords. And so that's why they have to have a whole orchestra so that everybody can play it. Okay? Everybody gets a different note and they all end up making a chord. It sounds beautiful. Okay? But you as a ukulele player, you can do both. From the top, we're going to go through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 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 strum, strum. Oh, 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 strum, strum. Oh, 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 strum, strum. 2, 3, baby hop. Rest stroke, let it go for 4 beats, and then go. 1, oh, 2, oh, strum, strum. 1, oh, 2, oh, strum, strum. 1, oh, 2, 3, strum. Okay. Now, right now you're probably focused in on just trying to make it happen. Okay. Here's what I will tell you. When you start ukulele, we don't tend not to tell people we're taking ukulele lessons because they'll make fun of us. But if we do tell them, the first thing that's going to come out of their face is, well, hey, play me something. You don't want to really play them for Arajaga. You don't really have your chords fast enough yet to play something else, but you can play them this. And here's what's nice about this. It's worth memorizing. Okay, it's got a nice tune. You got a very complex chord structure in here, actually. This little thing here, 003, that's actually a rock power chord is what you're really playing there. You're playing a G, a C, and a G. And that comes up in rock and roll and when you're using an amplifier and electric guitar. Okay, it's a G chord with a C in the bass. It doesn't come up. It doesn't matter what it really is, right? You just know it's 003, but it turns out it's really helpful if you decided to become a heavy metal guitarist. You would use chords like that. The really nice thing about this is whoever you're playing it for doesn't know how it goes. So they're not going to sing along and you're not going to feel compelled to keep up with them. right? They're going to have to listen very pleasantly, and they're going to think it sounds lovely, and they're going to think you're really good, and then you are going to be proud of yourself, and you're going to be the hero of the moment. Now, what I know about ukulele is they're not going to ask you to play a second song. Nobody really wants to listen to you play ukulele when you're learning, well, really ever, but they will definitely listen for you while you play that one little tune. Can I play? Can you play I'm Yours? Ugh. Can you play I'm Yours? I'm Yours, Riptide, Over the Rainbow, Lava, right? We have our chords, we have our ones that everybody, you buy a ukulele, you play those, and then people quit after those, right? And we don't. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine songs, but yeah, can you play "I'm Yours"? Yeah, you can. um, and so those are. The other one was "Train Soul Sister." There was a while for "Train Soul Sister." Everybody had to know that on ukulele, right? Those you tell them, oh, those aren't good enough. I'm an instrumentalist, and I'm not. I don't play those. I'm an instrumentalist, right? Play this instead. This is actually far more sophisticated music than that, anyway, right? So let's do it one more time, and then we're going to move on. Okay, grab your C chord from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. My spaghetti monster playing ukulele, flying through the rainbows with my heart. Tasty marinara, yummy parmesan, we're Pastafarians. Okay. You don't have to sing, obviously. Let the ukulele do the singing for you, because now, if you want to sing it, you can, but you don't have to anymore because the ukulele is doing the singing for you, and the ukulele is also being your harmonics, your backup band. So you're doing everything all at once. I will tell you, once you get comfortable with this particular style of notation, you have no limits. Okay, when I meet with them after this class and the advanced class, the next level players, there are no songs that we can't play. Okay, there are songs we're not able to play at that particular moment, but all music will work into this in some manner or fortune way, and we just have to learn how to play it. And so once you learn chord melody, everything will be, you'll have a lovely lifetime of playing the ukulele at this high level. And all of a sudden, when somebody says, "Hey, will you play Riptide?" You're like, "No, I won't." It's below me to play that, right? Right. Well, you might. It depends on how many beers you've had. Had to learn Soul Sister in my first youth group class. I'm scared. I'm scarred. Well, I'm scared for life, and I'm scarred for life. We do that in youth groups, right? We have these handful of songs that have fairly easy chord structures, and that we can all play together, right? And it's fine. It's absolutely a fun way to do things. I'm not negative about it at all, but there is so much more beautiful music beyond what we do in those groups, and that's why I really, really press learn how to play melody, learn how to read tablature, learn how to read standard notation if that's what you're into, but learn how to actually interact with meaningful, more advanced sheet music so that you can take this and go to the next level. And again, I'm not negative at all about it. I started off in one of those strumming groups as well. There's 3 of us who used to come meet down here in Denver, and then over time it turned into a thing. But we would play, I'm working on the railroad. Again, a very important way to play ukulele. You got to know how to do that, but it's not the be-all and end-all. It's just a place to begin, and then we can go on to this more advanced music. And so tonight, I want you to take a moment to spend a little bit of time on your Make It Better bar worksheet. I want you to spend a lot of time on My Spaghetti Monster. I encourage people, hey, you need to have something memorized when somebody says, play me something on the ukulele that you can just hammer out, right? And you don't got to go get sheet music. You're going to run into a ukulele sitting unsupervised on somebody's counter. Pick it up, double check it's in tune. And you just start playing that way. And they're like, boy, you're really good, right? Yeah, maybe you're really good, maybe you're not, but you've got something that they think sounds amazing. and they're going to want you to teach them. Tonight, I want you to let's really quickly grab your ukulele C major scale out. Let's make sure you can play that. Let's do that right now. Pull it up and playing the C scale. Remember, we're going to start on C, which is third string open. We're going to go all the way up to the high C and come back down. So 0, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 2, 3. Then you immediately turn around and come back. So let's play that from the very top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 2, 3. Turn around. 2, 0, 3, 1, 0, 2, 0. Let's start again from the beginning. 1, 2, ready, play. 0, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 2, 3, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0, 2, 0. Okay. Want you to be able to do that with some level of smoothness and clarity. So spend a little bit of time making sure you've got that up to speed tonight. And then the other thing we'll be playing in tomorrow's concert will be Frere Jacques. So let's pull that guy up. Let's make sure we know how that's going at this point. Those of you guys that are thinking about, hey, I'm in love with ukulele, I'd love to get somebody else started. Frere Jacques, I promise. I've taught it thousands of times, and I start everybody with this one, guitar and ukulele. Okay, same exact piece of paper. Okay, from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, 4. 0, 0, 2, 4. 0, 4, 5, 7. 4, 5, 7. 7, 9, 7, 5, 4. 0. 7, 9, 7, 5, 4. 0. First string, second string, first string, second string, first string. Okay, beautiful. Last thing I want to do before I let you out, let you back out into the world. Pull up your little booklet, Strumming in the Key of A Major. We're going to spend quite a bit of time. We'll use this tomorrow. You guys will request your tunes. Okay. So tonight I want you to go through and try to find those songs that are going well for you. Okay. And maybe one or two that aren't going so well for you. And let's just play them. Okay. So if you'll take, let's grab it and let's double check you've got all your chords in good shape. So first of all, if I say, put an A chord on, index, middle. Okay. Let's play let's play 3 blind mice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all went after the farmer's wife. She cut off their tails with a carving knife. Have you ever seen such a sight in your life as 3 blind mice? Okay, there's your A chord. Show me a D chord. It should be index on top, middle underneath, ring underneath that. D chord. Okay, let's play row, row, row your boat. 1, 2. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat right across the lake. Don't stand up and rock the boat, oh, that's a big mistake. Do they not know that we're in the middle of class? I have to leave it on because we have some work going on in the building. I have to be available in case something tragic happens. Okay, last chord. We won't sing the whole song, right? E7, index, middle, ring. Okay, we just do a little bit of it. It's lime and a coconut. You don't need to look, right? Don't bother looking. Just play. 1, 2, 3. My brother bought a coconut. He bought it for a dime. My sister had another one and spent it on a lime. You put the lime in the coconut, shake it all up. You put the lime in the coconut, shake it all up. You put the lime in the coconut, and then you'll perk on up. And it keeps going, right? So make sure you know your E7. Okay, last chord in the book, which comes up in Kookaburra and Viva la Company, is index and middle, just like an A chord, but you're also going to add your ring finger on right there, and that's your F sharp minor. Okay, so tomorrow probably we're going to go through just that little rotation there on page 1 from A chord to F sharp minor to D to E7. Let's do that a few times. 4 beats of each. 1, 2, 3. Stay on an A. A, 2, 3, 4. F sharp minor 2, 4, and D 2, 3, 4. E7 2, 3, 4, and A. F sharp minor and D. E7. A, 2, 3, 4, F sharp minor, and D, E7. Try your 4-finger play. P, I, M, A, P, I, M, A, P, I, M, A, P, I, M, A. Pull guard in the C. Medio, annular, P, I, M, A, P, I, M, A, P, I, M, A, P, I, M, A, find an A. Okay, so tomorrow we'll sing through some of these songs. You guys know I'm a terrible singer, but it doesn't matter, right? You're in the ukulele business. You're going to hear a lot of bad singing. What you're working on is getting your chords on quickly and as smoothly as we can. So play through the book a little bit tonight and just figure out, hey, I like this song, I don't like this song, whatever, and we can talk about that in class tomorrow. So for the concert tomorrow, Frere Jacques, strum some stuff out of that little booklet, play the C major scale, play My Spaghetti Monster. That's the big one, right? That's graduation into a whole world of exciting ukulele that's going to be different than everybody else you know that plays ukulele. You can play chord melody arrangements. You can sing or not sing. It doesn't matter to you. You have the skills to do the high level stuff. And then we will also do your better bar worksheet to begin getting your bar in good shape. Okay, so Friday concerts are always fun, right? Week in review, double check on Thursday nights that you got all of your paperwork in good shape and you're ready to go. I always recommend just keeping stuff in alphabetical order in your book. That way, when I say, all right, we're going to play Frere Jacques, go to the F, open it up, right? And so it should be a fun day for us. Your very first concert as ukulele players, and we'll see if we can't make it awesome. Evelyn, hasta luego. But Valerie, I'm still thinking about you having to learn Train Soul Sister. Years ago, I had a middle schooler come in and she wanted to play Train Soul Sister for her final exam in Intro to Ukulele here in town. And she played every single verse. at about half speed, and so it took about 5 minutes for her to play the whole song. And after that, I decided we can't do any more Train Soul Sister. I am Train Soul Sistered out. So, guys, hopefully you learn a little bit. Hopefully this is coming together. We're going to have a good, solid wrap up for the week, and next week we go Three Blind Mice, chord melody. Strumming in the key of C major, more practice with strumming. Our main chords, C, A minor, F, and G show up. And then Brahms Lullaby, chord melody. Yankee Doodle, chord melody. Okay, we're going to be getting all of these songs. Yankee Doodle's Uke Noob's favorite. His wife loves Yankee Doodle. It's her favorite song. And so we're going to really do everything we can to just really nail that sucker. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night and stay safe, do good, practice, keep showing up. Okay, and those 4 things will make you a successful musician. Have a wonderful evening. Let's see, Michelina, good to see you. I'll see you tomorrow, YouTube. See you tomorrow. Don't get killed tonight, YouTube. Nancy, have a great day. Melissa, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, you guys. I'm going to end the stream.